I love books. So I take my kids into bookstores all the time. So I was in the kids section helping my youngest look at different books when another little boy asked me where the bad kitty books were. So since I was there I showed him, he thanked me then went back to what I was doing. All fine, right? Then a little while later I was looking at books for myself when his mother comes up to me and asks me where the mystery thrillers were. I don't read that genre so I told her I wasn't sure. She said you must be new, this is the part where you help me find them. I told her I didn't work there. I was just a customer. She tells me if I don't help her she'll tell my manager. I tell her to go ahead because I don't have one. She starts following me telling me how horrible I am because I helped her son but not her, that she's going to get me written up. My son comes up to me at that point ready to leave. I thought that would make it clear to her I didn't work there. Nope, she got even more mad that I brought my child in to work with me. She followed me all the way to the register and demanded they get a manager because I am the rudest employee she ever encountered. The woman at the register was confused. The manager came over, told her I didn't work there. Then the woman tells me if you had just taken the time to help me find my book, this wouldn't have happened. My son, who always has something to say to escalate a situation, tells her, that's not how you say sorry. Mom says you say it without making an excuse. I hustled him out of there quickly, but couldn't tell him he was wrong, he had a point. Edit or update. After seeing all the suggestions to get him ice cream or reward him in some way, I felt so bad I hadn't thought of it at the time that I rectified that this morning. It's been too cold for ice cream but I took him and his sibling out to Starbucks for a treat. Luckily this happened just a couple days ago so it was still fairly fresh on his mind and he got to be all proud because it was, as he saw it, thanks to him that they got a treat today. So as far as he's concerned he got bragging rights and a treat which makes him even happier. So a few days ago I went to one of my buddy's shops in order to put my winter rims and tires on my truck. He let me use one of the bays to change them out myself since it's a lot easier than doing it at my house. Anyways, I am switching them out minding my own business when one of his customers comes and taps me on the shoulder. She says, excuse me, you should be working on my car, I was here first. Apparently her car was the one in the other bay next to mine. I explained to her that I don't work there and I just know the shop owner, so he let me use one of the bays to work on my truck. Then she doubles down, if you can fix your truck you can fix my car. I then had to explain to her that the reason her car is not being fixed is because the owner had to go grab a part that he did not have in stock. He had to go grab a OEM part from a dealership like 10 miles away. I then start to work on my truck again. Why can't you just use another part? All cars have the same parts. Are you sure you don't have one in the back? Okay, while first off the shop is technically the back and I don't even know if you are allowed back here, and second off, every manufacturer uses propitiatory parts for many things. She then says she's going to call her husband on me, whatever that means, and storms back into the sitting area. I guess her husband calmed her down. BC she did not pop back in until after I left. Years ago, I was at the Beverly Hills Hilton as a reporter. I'm a light-skinned black woman often mistaken for a Latina. This little old white lady spies me and starts yelling, I need the restroom, where is it? I am prefacing yelling because oftentimes when people don't think you speak English, they yell loudly at you. At any rate, I look at her and yell back, I don't know, I don't work here. She looks startled as I walk off. So this happened back before everyone had a camera in their pockets, and man do I wish this entire thing was recorded and plastered on social media. So my girlfriend used to work for a large convenience store with a pharmacy inside it. You know the place. I would drop her off and pick her up every day. That day I just got done with filling out licensing and permitting so I could open my shop. This means I was wearing a suit and tie. Do you see where I messed up yet? Well, hold on kids, it's going to get worse. So I get to the store and my GF isn't outside, so I walk in. She sees me and tells me her relief is running late and she can't leave yet as her manager was unloading a truck. So decided to wait for her relief as he was going to be there in 15 minutes. Now something to note about this store: the store manager, the two assistant managers, the pharmacist and the assistant pharmacist are all women. So a woman, let's call her Karen, comes in, not looking the typical Karen look. Instead she looked like a typical meth head. Karen asks where the cold medicine and my GF tells her it's in aisle 4C. Karen snapped back with, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to your boss who needs to stop flirting and help customers. I turn and say I don't work here. Karen snaps with, and why are you behind the counter? I wasn't, I was standing to the side of the counter. I just say to her, piss off lady, I don't work here. Karen storms off, and about 5 minutes later she back at the front demanding to know where the pharmacist is. GF says Katie, fake name, should be back there. She might have stepped away for a minute. Karen getting angry says, I said I want to speak to the pharmacist. Not some bimbo playing pretend. Where's the white man that works there? GF, she's been the only pharmacist in here for the past 6 years ma'am. Karen, stop lying, turning to me, well where is he, you useless excuse for a manager. I stand up and look her dead in the eyes saying, get this through your thick fucking skull. I don't work here. The manager and my GF's relief come out because of the shouting. I can be quite loud and my tone scared a few customers. The manager demands, what the hell is going? Karen, I want to speak to the owner now. Manager, I am the store manager. Karen, nice try, but I see the man in charge behind you. Manager, he's a cashier and you need to leave now. Karen, to the relief, you're going to let her talk for you. Manage, GF, call the police now. Now here's where things get mental. The lady starts throwing things. She lost her damn mind and broke a register, several displays, and tried to assault people. When the police arrived, and I shit you not, she called them rent-a-cops and demanded to speak to the owner. The police somehow managed to detain her and put her in the back of the squad car, where she kicked at the windows. The EMTs came and gave her a sedative and took her to the hospital. I believe that where they went. The police officer said to us that she is definitely on some kind of drugs, as they can see the signs. They also checked her purse and found something in there. Sorry, I don't think they said what it was, and if they did I don't remember. The store had to be closed to clean up the mess Karen made. And this is why I am glad we don't live near that area anymore. Finding out a tweaker went nuts was normal in that area. My GF quit shortly after that as another tweaker came in and threw up on the counter. She couldn't take it anymore. The first is possibly understandable. I was standing waiting for a character to come back so I could get my picture with them. I had my Canon 77D in my hand. There was small line of people behind me waiting as well. Woman walks up to me with her family and says, oh, are you taking pictures? My mind immediately thinks she's wondering what the line is for. I tell her I am and I'm waiting for the character to come back. She says okay great, I've got a magic band, and proceeds to hold her magic band, her fit bracelet, at me. I get to say, lady, I don't work here. The second I still don't understand. I was walking through Epcot, I think I was around the Canada area. I had on a blue shirt, a Star Wars hat, cargo pants, and a sling-type backpack. This older guy about maybe 20 feet away sees me. He walks around other people to get in front of me. When he's maybe 4 feet in front of me, he holds out his hand palm up to stop me. He says, I want to ask you a question. I'm expecting a question about my backpack, my hat, or maybe my shoes. Some sort of buy like that. Where did you get it? He says, where is Soren? All I can manage to say is what? He repeats it slower like I must not speak English that well, Soaring. I was trying to get to a dinner reservation, so I just pointed behind me and said that way. So, this happened last year, but still funny. I occasionally wear a red shirt, and anyone who works at a Target wears any sort of red shirt for work. Anyway, funny. I am a big guy, football player /DL big, years ago, and one time I was shopping with the family and we were at the grocery part of Target. Someone walked up to me and said, where is ABC thingy? I said, I don't know. They said, how do you not know, you work here? I said with a chuckle, no, I am just wearing a red shirt and tan pants. They huffed away.